Well, that was a frustrating thing to wake up to. For some reason or another, my desktop decided to run updates and reboot in the middle of uploading the video. So it was 40% uploaded, and it's a 4 gig file. So luckily, I do still have the Droid Turbo here. So I went ahead and set it up as a Wi-Fi hotspot, and we're now uploading somewhere between 13 and 18 megabits per second, as opposed to the 3 that my wired connection does. It's 8:30 in the morning, and we are, it says 128 minutes left, but it is going down pretty quickly, so hopefully this will be done before the 10 a.m. that it's supposed to be up at. Awesome. It's just a few minutes later. We're already at 19%, and it says 56 minutes remaining, and it is 8:38, so hopefully we'll make it. All right, it's 9:48. The vlog is scheduled to go live at 10 a.m., and it's actually processing 95%. That is a photo finish if ever I have seen one. For whatever reason, I started working on this at 8 something, and within a short amount of time, it was uploaded, and then it started over. It went back to 1% and uploaded a second time, which means that instead of uploading 4 gigs, I've uploaded 8 gigs of files this morning, in addition to the 4, well, I guess only 2 gigs that it tried to upload overnight. I'm not even really sure why the video file is so large for today's video. It's like a 22-minute file. I guess the only reason I could see that it would be larger is that it does have drone footage inside of it. Well, that's a bummer. I don't think it's actually going to be finished by 10 a.m. It says 37% processed with about 13 minutes remaining. 38, I mean, it's slowly going up. Weird thing is, I don't think I've ever seen it do those specific numbers. Usually it goes 0, 95, done. And on the actual upload screen, it said 95% done, but right now it says 39%, so it's actually providing accurate processing info? That's an interesting one. But at least the upload did finally finish. So if nothing else, it'll be up by 10:30 or hopefully 11 a.m. Well, it's about 9 minutes late, but it's up. And unfortunately, because it did take as long as it did, it's not HD yet, but it's up. Wow, that's a way to start the morning. Luckily, the morning meetings that I've been doing with my work, because you're getting closer and closer to Christmas and to the end of the year, lots and lots of people are taking time off, which means that there's really nobody in the meetings. This morning there were 3 people out of our, I think we've got 11 people in our department now, or 12 or something. There were 3 people in the meeting, and the people that normally lead the meeting are out as well. So basically, one of the guys popped in at like 5 or 7 minutes after 10 o'clock and said, "Anybody need anything?" Nope. Okay, let's go. And then we're done, that's it. The X-Men Apocalypse trailer is here. Yeah, that was amazing. That was exciting. I've always been a big fan of the X-Men series, ever since I was reading it as comic books and watching the cartoon growing up. So when the movies started coming out years and years ago, absolutely loved those. This new series of the movies, the First Class, the older origin story type movies, those have all been really good. I know there's been a lot of, they haven't all been great, we'll put it that way, the original X-Men movies, but I have loved every one of them one way or the other. So cannot wait to see this one. And for some reason, video is up on YouTube from yesterday's vlog. It's still 360p. It's been up for about an hour now, and we're still 360p. Good job, YouTube. Good job. Finally, just a little over an hour later, it's been up for like an hour and 10 minutes now. It's finally available at 1080p, and the footage from the drone looks beautiful in it. YouTube munged it up a little bit. The stuff where it's showing like the roof of the house, there's a lot of weird moire artifacting stuff that happened that you don't see in the original, the raw file, or in the rendered one that I have here locally. But that's okay. It's a first try. It's a start. And hooray, USPS has showed up. So the GoPro Hero 4 session has arrived, and now I guess maybe I can make a quick video about it. I mean, it's a relatively new device, and I don't know why. I have this weird thing about cameras, so I've definitely got to take some time out with this one. But it'll do 1080p 60, it'll do 1440p at 30. Not bad for 200 bucks, especially when you consider that it did come with a micro SD card and a head mount. Might be able to change up my game as far as how I film my quadcopter stuff. And to go along with it, or just to go, as it were, the Squatty Potty. Sorry, that's loud. The Squatty Potty is here. Yes, Christina actually went through with it and ordered it. Not a sponsor or anything, but there you go. The original Squatty Potty. I'm really, really curious to see how this works out. And of course, you know, I'll be sure to let you know how it works and how everything comes out. Yeah. And I'm very glad I ran outside to check the mail very quickly. I just got the boxes off the front porch earlier and didn't think to run outside, but T-Block showed up, as well as a return label for the Droid Turbo. So I can finally send it out, because when Verizon sent it to me originally, they didn't send a return label. Alrighty, Hero 4 session has been unboxed. I've got it on the charger now because it arrived pretty much dead. It said battery low right out of the box. Thought maybe I'd do a very, very quick size comparison in case you were curious. This is the Xiaomi Yi camera and the GoPro Hero 4 Session. There's the thickness difference. The Hero 4 Session is definitely a lot thicker, but it is a lot less wide left to right. And because the Hero 4 Session does come with its own set of mounts, it comes with its own little clip like this. Technically, you could put it on any other GoPro mount you've got. That's the obvious one. So technically, I could mount that in the car, and it's a one button, it starts recording thing. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to try to take a little bit of time. Don't know when I'm going to actually do it, but I'm going to take some time and do a back and forth shot. Maybe see if I can have both the cameras running at the same time and go back and forth between the Yi camera and the GoPro camera just to test the quality of the footage. I think that might make an interesting video that about a dozen people have probably already done. 100 people have probably already done. Whatever. And with that, the Droid Turbo 2 is unfortunately out of my life now. I just ran it out and dropped it in a FedEx drop box. Did not realize just how big those FedEx drop boxes actually are, like how big of a package you can actually fit in one. That was pretty impressive. Well, that's an interesting one that I haven't seen before. I went out to, like I said, I went out to drop the Droid Turbo 2 in the FedEx box, and when I came back, I noticed that there was a package sitting right in the corner beside our garage door. If you've seen the front of our house, we've got the main door, which is over to the right side. The garage doors are on the left, and there's this little sort of corner, you know, where you can go into the garage or a little bit of wall, like 6 feet of wall, before you come around to the main of the house. There was a package sitting right there in the corner. I don't know. It was sitting here, it was wrapped. It says UPS second day air is for Christina, so I'm gonna have to look to see when that was actually delivered. If it was delivered last night or yesterday, you would think that, I don't know. Why would they not have put it on the front porch? That's so confusing. Also, I got an email, I guess it must have been a day ago at this point, from a company called Papago asking why I hadn't reviewed their dash cam yet. They sent me a dash cam a while back. Well, they shipped it to me and they never said another word. I completely forgot. I stuck it in the car. I was working on a review of it. I took it down one day because I was doing something and I forgot to put it back up. So it's been sitting there. So I'm gonna get it charged up and I'm gonna start trying to do some stuff in the car with it. By the way, I think I forgot to mention earlier, I did briefly test out the Squatty Potty thing that we had. I think we may have gotten the wrong one because the one that she got is really, really tall. It's the 9-inch model, and they make a 7 and a 9. And the 9-inch model, it's like it's uncomfortable to get my feet up in the air that high while I'm sitting down. I know it's supposed to put you in a better position, but it was high enough that, like, hard to put it. My knees were almost up to my shoulders. It was just super tall. So I have a feeling that we ordered the wrong one. Oops. Well, I took a little bit of time, unboxed the T-blocks that came in today. Wow. I mean, this one, of all the subscription boxes I've gotten, this is actually one of my favorite ones because it had a comic book, which it takes me back. I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not. I actually have to go back upstairs. Let me do that. But anyway, I have this box that I normally keep in the closet. And anytime I get a comic in a box or something, a comic in a subscription box, it's been going in here. So the last few here are from that. But the entire rest of them, pretty much most of the rest of them, are from my godfather. Well, sort of a mix. It's some of them that I've purchased over the years, some of them that he gave to me, and it's his collection of comics from the 1980s and early 90s. So it's X-Men and Thor and House 2 and Gru the Wanderer, Gru the Adventurer, and Red Sonja and G.I. Joe, and just a ridiculous mound of comics. Unfortunately, I have not taken as good a care of them as I probably should have. They're not all in the acid-free cardboard, plastic wrap, everything they ought to be in, which sucks. But this is something that I've just loved over the years. And I do hope to continue contributing to it and going back and reading through them over time and reading through the new ones as they come in. I mean, I've got things from Free Comic Book Day in there. I've got things that I've purchased at flea markets, things that I've purchased here, there, and everywhere, things that people have given to me or bought for me. Comic books is just something I was really passionate about for a long time, and they've been sitting in the closet for a while. Are any of you guys into comic books? I mean, do you have the same kind of hidden treasure trove like I do? I know your head's hurting, buddy. Do you want to open an Advent book?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Then
He's
Mommy
not
will
going to
get
say
you
no to that.
some headache medicine, okay?
It's really dark in here. Which one do you want to open?
Can you read it, Daddy?
You don't want to read right now?
No.
Okay. It says The Magic Treehouse #2, The Night at Dawn.
Ooh, it's about a night.
Yeah, that looks super cool. How about we get you some medicine, try to make you feel better. Ooh, time. In case I forgot to say so, welcome home. I think I forgot to.
Yeah.
Spaghetti night. Homemade spaghetti, delicious. Now I can turn the camera on.
Done.
Done. Thank you. All right, time to hop in the car and head to Duncan's basketball practice. You ready for it?
Yes.
Well, I've gone ahead and dropped Christina and Duncan off. Now it is time for me to go inside and get a little bit of a workout because I need it. Whew. I am tired now. Got on the treadmill for, I think it was almost 45 minutes, but because I'm so out of shape, I only did, I think it was right at 5 kilometers, a little over 3 miles, 3.08, 3.1, something like that. Nowhere near where I have been in the past, nowhere near where I need to be, but it's a starting point. Duncan has a game here tomorrow, so I might be back for more. And we have made it home, and I'm stinky and gross, so I'm gonna run upstairs and take a shower real quick before Duncan has to hop in the shower. And then afterwards, I'm probably gonna try to get back to work. I've got several videos I need to get made, and not a huge amount of time. Well, the night has gotten away from me at this point. Duncan has been in bed for a long time. Christina and I sat in there watching TV and just kind of hanging out for a while. The baby is getting so large that just any time he kind of wiggles or moves, it's a pretty massive, noticeable thing. I would have shown you, but she's in pajamas and not really presentable for camera. But, like I said, it's getting a bit late. Time to wrap things up because we have an early day tomorrow. Duncan has his first basketball game, so that should be a thing that will happen. I thought it was going to be in the same place, so I thought I was going to be back at the gym type area, but it's going to be in some sort of a different location, so I guess we will find out tomorrow. Thank you guys so much, as always, for spending the day with me and with my family. Thank you for all of your support and all of your kind words. I definitely appreciate it, and we will see you again tomorrow.